Hey guys, this is me, Captain Austerman. I am with some of the Aholes of the Galaxy members, Ellis,
Hello, guys.
and also a new member, Alfie. So say
Hello.
hi.
Hello.
Alright. Basically, we are going to do a decent big discussion about, something that's been big lately. A few days ago, before this news, we heard apparently Colossus was going to be in the Deadpool movie. But then a really strange thing was now that apparently he is going to be recast, even though this is set in the X-Men franchise. This is after Days of Future Past, and also the actor Daniel Cudmore, who played pretty much Colossus for X-Men 2, 3, and Days of Future Past, will not be returning. And he even did a tweet saying, "Thank you for the support, but I'm being recast and everything." For me, it makes no real sense why this is happening. I'm just going to do my thoughts. I think this is typical Fox, never really going well with continuity or anything with the X-Men franchise. They had a chance to do that when they set themselves a new path in Days of Future Past, but this is a little really, really stupid and strange because they've got no reason to do it, really, but I don't know. Ellis, you can now do your thoughts on the whole scenario.
Yeah. What is it with Fox?
Oh, okay, he fell out. Alright, he'll come back in. But I'll keep talking. Actually, you know what? I'll let Alfie. Alfie, you can do.
When?
Actually, Ellis is back, so he can actually do his thoughts. Ellis, you can do your thoughts now.
Okay. What is the point in Fox and like recasting people all the time? It's just no point when you could keep a character. It's just I don't really see why they do it because it's pointless when you've got the character there and the public will eventually get used to it if he's being used and used again. But Fox don't do that. They always use different characters, younger and older characters. If if they have a storyline in Deadpool that makes it make sense and kind of does make sense, which I'm not really sure they will, then maybe it'll be understandable. But obviously, people are getting used to characters and then killing them off and making them making new actors play them. It's just going to become pointless, and you won't have a solid storyline, which is something Fox are really struggling with the X-Men franchise at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, Alfie, you can say your thoughts on the Colossus thing.
Okay, well, I think it like as what Ellis said, we need to keep as blah, 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 sorry, Ellis said if you keep the same actor, the audience will learn to love them. Like
Yeah.
Tony, Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man,
Hmm.
Hugh Jackman with Wolverine. So I mean, Colossus is even though he didn't say much in the things, he was really good at what he did. He looked like the part. So and as also Ellis said, Fox are struggling with getting a good storyline, and if they do manage to pull it around and discuss why it's not Daniel Cudmore anymore,
Mm.
then I will tip my hat to them. Don't
Alrighty.
really put it.
Okay. Well, alright, we're gonna go back to me again. I think obviously you both made a good point about how, and this is a big example. Look at the MCU, how they've kept so many, mostly a lot of their actors still in the franchise. Either it's the movies, the TV shows, the Netflix shows, or the one shots. They've kept. It's like as soon as an actor gets a role, that's their role. They have it for life and everything, which is awesome. With DC, they look like they're doing the same thing now with the DC Cinematic Universe, which is good as well. Fox, on the other hand, are a little bit weird because it's like, no, but this is strange because it's like the actor was willing to come back and everything, and they just ditched him, especially after all the times he pretty much had to be an afterthought in the X-Men movies and stuff, which was sad because Colossus is a badass character. So it's a shame. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna ask you, Ellis, do you think obviously we've been hearing different things about the Deadpool movie. Hearing at one point that it's going to be, it's going to be, low budget, and then we've heard about the cast is going to characters is completely unknown. This is a massive risk. This movie's been in development for like forever. And obviously Ryan Reynolds, who is, we will all admit, a cursed comic movies, Green Lantern, Deadpool, I mean Wolverine Origins, and also Blade 3. Obviously some of the
Yeah.
worst movies, comic movies ever at this stage in time. But Ellis, what is your thoughts now going to Deadpool, adding this Colossus thing in?
Well, Everyone's forgetting that this is Deadpool. Deadpool is a funny, witty chimichangas. He's the comic character that everyone loves and is funny.
Mm.
And if it's low budget, okay, it's understandable. Maybe there could be some epic fight scenes that don't have to have a huge budget. But people are going to turn up to see this Deadpool movie, and if it's not good and the budget's terrible and the actors are bad, then this whole film will flop. The critics will hate it. I can already see it happening in my mind as we speak. It's just, you can't mess it up, Fox. You've messed it up too many times. You've been given a chance to make a Deadpool movie, and if you mess it up, then you could possibly be ending the franchise before you are willing to.
Oh yeah, I think Deadpool's reputation would be screwed even more after Origins, because remember
Mhm.
we didn't get to see the true Deadpool, so he was kind of okay, like the way he got over it. He still got ruined, but in Origins. But the thing is, with what I'm gonna say before Alfie goes, I agree. Now the problem with Deadpool is the problem with the movie is going into this film is I can tell a lot of the general public are going to go into this thinking, oh, it's going to be a comedy or whatever, some crap like that, basically. Because even though people have seen Deadpool and they say he's funny and everything, they don't actually know anything about him, really. They don't know anything really about this character, anything at all, if you think about it. So, really, it's at that stage where, I don't know, Ellis, I kind of agree. The critics and everyone may hate it if it's really bad. I don't know. I really hope there's an actual story to this movie, and I hope they don't break the fourth wall like a billion times or stuff like that. Because even though that is Deadpool, remember this is a live-action movie for 2 hours. That's a big difference to a video game or a comic. So, Alfie, you can do your thoughts of how you feel about the Deadpool movie at the moment after the Colossus thing now and everything else that's in development for the movie.
Okay, so well, Deadpool, he's everyone loves him. Everyone, you know, but he's just so hard to do because he's got all these powers. He's got
Mm.
advanced healing abilities.
Mm.
He's got the teleportation with that device thing, and
Yeah.
he's an expert in hand-to-hand combat and like shooting. But
Mm.
he'd be really hard to do. But as we saw with the footage, the test footage, that I mean, that was brilliant. That they did that pretty well. The fight scenes was good, and I'm more surprised that that was actually a 12A rated.
Mm.
And so people think, oh, if they're going to do a Deadpool, it has to be a 18 or
Yeah, R-rated and yeah.
yeah. But I don't think. I mean, that was a 12A rated, and that was that's pretty good. And
Mm.
so I don't think. I mean, Deadpool, the blood, the gore, the swearing, it's all him. When I think of that, I think of Deadpool. But it's going to be very hard for him to do it. They're going to be very hard, and if they mess it up, that's Deadpool ruined completely.
Yeah, I agree. His reputation with the general public and the comic book fans would be totally screwed. Now, I'm going to ask everyone also a good reason, another big thing before we go to final thoughts. You know, Alfie, you brought up a really good thing about, about the test footage was awesome. And the thing about it is, remember, it's true. Like, there's this big debate right now. Should it be R-rated? Should it not be R-rated? For me, this is the reason why it shouldn't. Because one, comic movies that are R-rated aren't too successful. Yeah, sure, some of them are good, but some of them just aren't that successful at the box office and stuff like that and everything. They're actually pretty bad at the box office wise.
Dread.
But yeah, Dread in 2012 was a pretty that did terrible at the box office and stuff, but it was a pretty good movie. But that's the difference. So Deadpool should be like I don't know, a PG-13 or something like that, or at least a 12 or a 15 or something like that. An R-rated 18. Fuck that crap. That's too much at the end of the day. So yeah, pretty much. But Ellis, for you, and especially if Fox are wanting to be successful with Deadpool for the future and everything for this movie, this big movie of his and his reputation is on the line. What do you want? R-rated or not R-rated?
I don't want R-rated. As you said, Dread didn't make a lot of money because it was R-rated. Although it was
Hmm.
a good film, the kids didn't want to go and see it. And if the kids want to go with their parents to see Deadpool, then they should be able to. And that's my opinion, really.
Okay. Alfie, what is your opinion? Do you want it to be R-rated? Do you want it to be not R-rated? Because it is true, Ellis did a good point about saying how the kids and the teenagers and all them lot won't really be able to go to it if it's an 18. So what do you think of that?
Well, I think it should be a PG-13, non R rated because or a 12 because
Mm.
Most of the comic book fans movies are more or less aimed at like kids ages 16 to 14, 12, so they could
Mm.
go. And the thing is, Deadpool is one of the most loved superheroes out there.
Mm.
He's sort of got to be so everyone could go see him.
Mm.
And I'd be kind of a bit disheartened if they made it an R-rated, so some people would have to wait for their favorite character maybe 6 months to 4 months to wait until it comes out on disc
Hmm.
Yeah.
to be able to actually watch it and then maybe even be disappointed.
Mm. Yeah, I totally understand, Alfie and Ellis. Yeah, I think because look at Marvel and look at DC with their movies and especially DC with their cinematic universe. Now you can tell they're all mainly going to be 12s, or PG-13s or whatever. They're going to be like that. So because Marvel and DC are going to be smart, they're going to sell to. They want to appeal to the kids, the families, the teenagers, and the adults. They want to appeal to everybody. If you do the R-rated movie with Deadpool, it's just going to appeal to the adults and then the kids. And as Alfie said, kids and teenagers would probably have to wait probably either until it hits Blu-ray and DVD 6 months later, or they would actually have to wait years to watch it until they're old enough. Some of the kids and everything, probably all the kids actually, unless you're a rebel, basically. But yeah. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But anyway, you know what? This has been a pretty good discussion, and yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're going to do our final thoughts now. So, Ellis, what's your final thoughts on the Colossus thing and the Deadpool movie so far with the development?
I've said this about the Marvel films, the DC films, and now I'm saying it about the Fox films. It can either be a huge success,
Hmm.
or it could be a huge fail and end this superheroes or anti-hero on the big screen. So yeah, the kids could like it and the parents could like it, but if it's an R-rated, barely any people will go to see it. Obviously, the adults will go to see it, but there's not enough of them. They want to appeal to everyone, and that's what I think they're going to do. And as I said, yeah, it could fail and it couldn't. I think with the way Fox are going with things, it's not going to fail because Fox have just come out of a really dark tunnel with the X-Men, and they're going to want to try and get it back on their feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got really high hopes for this film.
Alrighty then. Okay, before Alpha goes, I'm going to say my quick thoughts. Yeah, I think the X-Men, especially First Class, the Wolverine, and Days of Future Past, Fox are on a good run. The X-Men movies, done about Fantastic Four movies, but we'll see about that when that comes out in August. But with X-Men, they are going in a good direction. Hopefully, this is good because I love Deadpool and I want him to do well. I think we all want to, especially all the Aholes, the Galaxy members, all want him to do well because he's a great character. But it is true. If they mess this up, Deadpool's reputation is going to be screwed. He ain't going to come on the big screen for a very long time, maybe probably over 10 years or something like that, maybe more, because if it's a total disaster. So let's hope they don't mess it up, because if they do mess it up, that would be a bad start for Fox for next year, but also a bad start for the comic book movies. Even though I think the DC and Marvel will do great anyway, and X-Men Apocalypse will be awesome, but I do think Deadpool and obviously Gambit could be, the worries of next year if they could be failures. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But let's have high hopes. Alfie, your final thoughts on the Deadpool movie so far going into the development?
Okay, well, I think like Ellis thought it could be a huge success or a massive failure. I mean, this is Deadpool. He's one of the most powerful characters in the MCU, because there's the storyline Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, kills all of Marvel, but they got it is a big risk. Deadpool and Gambit. I mean, they are two awesome characters, but for them to mess them up, it'll be not a very good start into 2016.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Right, guys, thank you so much. Whoever watched this live, thank you so much. And if you're going to watch this when it's uploaded on my channel, thank you so much. Ellis, can you please tell everyone where they can find you?
You can subscribe to me on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at @elshamels. You can follow me on Instagram at @omyfanos. And if you friend me on Facebook, I'll friend you back.
Okay, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, Captain Austin 93, follow me on Instagram, Captain Austin 93, and if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link, obviously, to Ellis' channel, the link will be in the description, and hit that subscribe button for my channel. And Alfie, have you got any other platforms that they can follow you on, like Twitter or Instagram or anything?
Well, I've got like my personal stuff, but I'll make like some actual decent ones later.
Okay. Well, basically, guys, whenever he makes it, you'll probably hear about it on the next video. So there you go. You'll be able to follow him on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Well done to Alfie. This is his first video, so congrats to him for doing well on this thing. Anyway, he'll be back with us, and obviously you'll see the other boys and everybody else be back with another Aholes the Galaxy team video on the channel and other channels. So, guys, we're out. Bye.